I'm getting ready to record this video as shamelessly as absolutely possible because I'm in the middle of eating my breakfast burrito and I just pulled up to work. But I gotta get this out. And that's part of like what this message I'm bringing to you today, like what this story I'm getting ready to tell you is like all about. So I just got finished watching Pyramid Energy's first video from yesterday. It was the last one I watched today. Because from the end is the beginning. From the beginning to the end. Just like how the Bible's laid out. You can read it both forwards and backwards and it still tells the same story. So I just got finished listening to her first video of the day, and it's about the distractions of spiritual attacks. And she went into explain that, spiritual attacks, how she views them, which is also how I view them, are intrusive thoughts. The things that come through and tell us, don't do that, it won't be well received, or don't, for me this morning, it was, don't record a video, you're just going to be distracted. So I ended up doing a writing for the morning message, which was fine. But then she further on to say at the end of the video that you should watch how these things manifest in your life. So 2 days ago when I recorded the first video in this 3-part series, it was the video about shattering the mask, because why are you wearing that mask on purpose? For me, why are you going along to just get along? Why are you staying in that house when the man that you live with irritates you and pisses you off because he's so asleep? Then yesterday, and then that video, I got interrupted by him. First, it's not my responsibility to remember what time you have to be at work. You're the one that asked me for the ride. I wasn't about to wake him up. It was like 7:45 and he was like, holy shit, did you forget that I had to be at work at 7? Not my problem. You just asked if I'd take you. And then I dropped him off. And that was mid-recording, so I had to stop the video, and then I dropped him off, and I came back to the house, and I hit record again, and within 2 minutes, he called. Had to pause the video. Pay attention to how these distractions are showing up for you. That phone call was, can you bring me a biscuit? I don't have any money. Yesterday it went through very much uninterrupted. Went to dog training, made dinner. Life is good. He was, however, complaining that I put spinach into the stroganoff, but I made sure to keep him almost totally non-complaining last night. I bought white bread. I cooked the beef with the damn pressure cooker so that it would be tender as hell. I did everything that I could think of to make him comfortable. I even brought home donuts for his fat ass. I haven't eaten that stuff in like a week. I brought that home for him. So did my best to prevent distraction. But then last night, our Chihuahua woke up about 11 o'clock and was trying to dig herself out from under the blankets as fast as she could. And she jumped off the bed in a hurry, and as soon as she hit the floor, she just like fell over. This is the second time that she's done this in a week. 5 days. She fell over. She had labored breathing. She was kind of flailing around. I woke Adam up and I was like, hey, you know what? I think we're getting ready to lose Ruby. And I sat there, and that's his dog. He came into our relationship with that dog. So, and she's just turned 18 years old. But, it was awful to watch it, but I let him go down, and I love you, Ruby. It's okay if you want to go, you know, whatever. But she recovered from it. She's got end stage congestive heart failure, and she recovered from it, and she got up and she went and got she got up on the bed, laid down at the end of the bed, and when I got up this morning, she got up and she went into the living room and went and got into bed with the kids. But this morning, I felt like I could not record a video because Adam was in the bedroom every 10 minutes calling for me to find out if I was going to work, find out where Ruby was, find out if Ruby was okay. I got interrupted like 3 times while I was in the middle of taking my notes. So I throw my notes into an AI generator, and that's how I come up with the written stories for the collective. It's just my notes transcribed in a way that makes sense to everybody else. So, right, she says to pay attention to how these things manifest. Well, this morning it was manifesting as needy. Last night, the man that he is purchasing his car from, I'm not talking to him anymore. Why not? Just because I'm done. We're just going to leave it there. So avoidance automatically tells me that he's victimizing, and goddamn does he project. And I had enough, and I called it out. I'm so sick of you being the victim in your story when clearly you're the villain of your story. When are you going to start to openly take accountability for the fact that you put yourself into these situations? Blah, 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 blah. It seemed very reactive. Not one thing did I say to put him down, because he kept going, I'm sorry, Naoma, I'll be more perfect next time. I'm sorry I'm not as perfect as you. It's not about perfection. Nobody cares about your bullshit excuses. They just want you to take accountability. And I was standing in the bathroom going, I'm sorry I spent my whole paycheck last week on XYZ instead of paying you for my car. What can we do to make this right so that way I can continue driving it and I'll make the last payment next week? No, I'm just not going to talk to you anymore. We're just not going to be friends. Take the car. So I'm not going to be happy if I've got to get up at 4:30 in the morning and carry your ass to work at 5 a.m. because you're out in bumfuck Egypt and it takes 2 hours to get there from our house. I'm not going to be really happy about that, because that's my gas, that's my time, that takes away from my ability to journal in the morning. You know, and then I put these videos out for you guys because I'm actively processing this energy myself. this is the way that I do my work is I get these ideas, right? These ideas, and I write these ideas down, and then I pull the cards, and the cards manifest on the table physically to be able to give me a story of the energy. And that's how I'm able to, when I record the videos, say, oh, so like this happened to me, and that's this card, and this was how I dealt with it because of this card. And that's how I'm able to do those readings, and that's how I'm literally processing this shit right now on camera, and that's why I write it down. And that's why I don't free flow, and that's why I don't do love readings, because I understand that everything's about me first. And these videos are meant to be the medicine for you. He did not understand the words that were coming out of my mouth this morning as being medicine for him. And he's absolutely resisting the river in his own life. And the stone for him that is holding him back from flowing is all the things that shaped this behavior in the past. And he doesn't realize that the things that happened to us in the past are what shape us now. And every time I tell him that he's being a narcissistic prick and avoidant and projecting and whatever, is because I've already went through that energy. I went through that energy while living with him. In private, by myself, sitting at the kitchen table recording these videos for you guys. I'm just an asshole who expects perfection out of everybody. No. All right. Well, that was my thought for the day. You guys get to witness me dealing with this energy in my own way, processing it. And I love you. 1313 on the clock. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.